Good morning and welcome to Coffee Chat with David and Kylie Knight.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Today is Monday, March the 30th, 2020.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, what a year this month has been.
Did it actually come out?
It did a little bit,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
You might notice you're having a hard time hearing her because the
It's
allergies.
It's back.
And of course it hits on guest week
Right?
when we've got some exciting
I
guests to talk
know.
to.
I have so much to say.
You
And
normally
I
do.
can't, And I can't. So if I'm a little quiet.
That would be why. Well, we are glad you are here. We got a couple of people. Hey, look, we got Barry Friedman going to watch while doing a
Hey.
Peloton bike class. Nice.
Nice.
We'll try to keep you motivated.
Come on, man, you got
You
this.
got
Work it. Yeah.
That's kind of funny because Barry is bald and has no beard, and our guest has a ginormous beard,
Right.
which I'm kind of jealous of. He's kind of my beard crush. Is that weird to say? A little bit. Hey, be sure to like and share. Tell people that you're watching this with us. We would appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, I see Michael Laws has joined us. I see him lurking in the background there. We've also got David Henry and
Yay.
Briar Fowler. Oh, sorry. Good to see you guys. Welcome.
Hey, guys.
Well, so we're not going to be able to talk with Kylie very much.
No, so this will be short.
This will be short. But we had a good weekend. We worked on a lot of stuff.
Just so everyone knows, today's Monday.
It is Monday,
It's
if
Monday.
you've forgotten.
I know, it's kind of like all in one right now.
It really is. It's
weird.
Groundhog Day. It just will there
That's
be
a
a
good way to
tomorrow?
put it.
I don't know. There wasn't one today.
And the next 30 days.
That's right. Yeah, we got 30 more days until the groundhog. No, wait, that's what we needed. We need a little groundhog for the coronavirus, right?
Oh, 6 more weeks.
6 more.
No.
A little Trump groundhog.
Stop.
Oh goodness. Yeah, so anyways, we watched a ton of webinars this weekend.
Mhm.
Far more than I wanted to. And in the downtime, we watched Cheer on Netflix.
Which is, in case you don't know, that's a cheerleading documentary.
Documentary, yeah, docuseries.
Okay, docuseries,
It's
yeah.
actually pretty good.
It was.
It's actually kind of local to us.
It's it is about the cheer squad in
Corsicana, Texas.
Corsicana.
Yeah, Navarro College.
Yeah, which is in about an hour south.
Yeah.
So that was really fun.
Yeah. Actually, it's kind of funny because my ex-girlfriend is she did you know that? Christy, she was one of the Trinity Valley cheerleaders that won in '96,
Really?
and they showed a video,
Really?
and she said, "Yeah, if you look really close, you can see me in that cheer squad."
Oh.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny.
Wow.
Yeah. But, anyways, so yeah, cheer this weekend, and then we Kylie made an amazing chili, so that was nice. I appreciate
Turkey
it.
sweet potato.
Oh, so good, so good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I see we got Justin Coffee. Hey, thanks for joining us. And just so you guys know, we're getting ready to introduce our guest. Hopefully, you guys have seen some of the posts that we've been doing this week about the fact that we've got guests all week.
Yes,
And,
I'm very
um,
excited.
We are. And if you've got questions for the guests, be sure to drop them in the comments so we can
Mhm.
bring them up to them if they're so adventurous.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are going to do it right now. We're going to get ready going. Dylan Manley is our guest today. Dylan is a student pastor. He's a speaker, evangelist, and apologist at Bearded Apologetics. Dylan's also part of a comedy duo called Hurt and Manly, who use sketch comedy and humor to communicate the gospel to others. When Dylan is not traveling to speak or working with students in Denton, Texas, he loves spending time with his wife Claire, and his 2 children, Josiah and Corinne. I hope I said that one right, and I'm sure he'll tell me if I didn't. But anyways, everybody, welcome Justin Manley. Oh, of course it doesn't go. Welcome, Dylan Manley. I don't know why I'm saying Justin. I'm
Because
sorry.
you're just
It's
talking
okay.
I
I've been called worse by a lot of different people, so it's fine. Not a problem.
Yay.
Well, welcome.
No, thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Uh-oh,
He's got his coffee, I think,
he
too.
does have his coffee.
I have my coffee.
Uh-oh.
have my coffee.
Although we do have a problem because his screen is not going. So hang on just a second. I'm going to have to do a little...
I'm trying to do... Did I do something wrong here?
No, you're perfect.
Not you.
It's definitely not you. It
Well,
is me.
Tell me something I don't know.
All right.
Perfection.
We had
Not
this,
your fault.
No, it's not. We had this all working earlier, and then I probably changed a setting. So let's see if I can get him back on here. There he is. And is he moving? Yes. Okay. There he is. Dylan Manley. The man, the
Just
myth.
FYI, Kylie, I totally blame David for this, not you.
Thank you, sir.
You totally
Thank
should.
you. Yeah.
She would blame me anyway.
Look, there's a
True,
bus.
fair
Go.
Fair enough.
That's how she flattens the
Welcome
curve.
to coffee chat, right? So it's coffee time.
Amen.
That's right, my
Thank you, my friend.
Little caffeine.
Well, it's good to see you. It's good to have you on today. I mean, look at that
Yeah,
beard.
good to be here.
That is fine.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's jump into some questions that we have for you, my friend.
Yeah.
First of all, for those of you who don't know you, tell us a little bit about. I kind of mentioned some of the stuff, but tell us what is it you do? How long have you been doing it? How'd you get into it? What's the deal with Dylan?
Yeah. So I've been in student ministry for 19 years now, 19 and a half years actually. So I've been doing this a long time, and currently I am on staff as the student pastor at First Baptist Denton, Texas. I just moved here back in October. Before that I was in Waco, Texas, and so have been in Texas my entire life. Love Texas. Can't imagine being anywhere else because nowhere else compares to Texas.
Amen.
And so anyway, I've been doing this a long time and have loved doing that. But like you mentioned earlier, on the side as well, for about the last, I don't know, probably 8 to 10 years, I've been getting the opportunities to go and speak at camps or owls, that kind of stuff, kind of an evangelist, traveling evangelist. And then about 5 years ago, I started a ministry called Bearded Apologetics, and that's my speaking is kind of roped into that as well. But I also do a lot of going to churches or helping student ministries or even just adult ministries kind of understand what it means to know and share the gospel and what and why those things are and how to articulate those things better. Kind of 1 Peter 3:15. Always ready to give a defense or an answer for what we believe. So I've got my hands in a lot of different things, but you mentioned this one too. I'm also, I do comedy. Well, we call it comedy. Most people call it boring.
Come on now.
Most people just call it the stop. But Chris Hurt, who is the youth pastor at First Baptist Frisco, he and I have been doing comedy together since 2007. So a long time. And trust me, no one thought it would last as long or this long. We're all sort of shocked by that. But it's cool, man. The Lord has given me a lot of opportunities to do a lot of different things. And so it's exciting to see where he keeps leading. We're going to try to keep following.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome.
We have seen the two guys live in their comedy act, and it's funny.
It is very good.
You remind me to pay you guys for that later. So that's good.
I've got a PayPal link for you.
Good, yeah.
Well, and it's funny because we had known Chris for a long time, and then I think we met you outside of Chris, and then realized you guys worked together. It's like, oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
it's wild, man. Our little network, kind of Texas Student Ministry or Texas Ministry Network it's very big, but it feels very small because I feel like we're all connected to each other.
Yeah,
which is really cool.
That's so true. So you mentioned that you work at First. Now, do you guys call it First Baptist Denton, or do you just call it First Denton?
No, we just call it First Denton. But anytime we say that, like some people who are not in the Baptist world, anybody that's in the Baptist world is like, okay, First Baptist,
right?
Yeah.
But anybody that's not in the Baptist kind of world, they're kind of like, first what?
Right.
So like First Bank, First, what?
Yes.
And so First Church. So yes, we go by First Denton, but it's the official name of the church is First Baptist.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So
the
official. So how are you guys responding to this COVID-19 crisis that we're in right now?
We're barricading the doors. Nobody's allowed in.
Perfect.
No.
Guard. Armed guard.
We obviously want to respond in a healthy way and respectfully with the mandates that have been passed down. And so like most churches that want to stay connected, we are kind of switching to more of an all online digital format for the time being. And certainly it's not ideal. The hard part with all that is the church is essentially a community. Mm-hmm. And so now we're being told, like, try not to have community. Mm-hmm. And so we have to be creative. You have to be creative with it. And so our church in general is doing 2 services each week via live feed. And we did those on 9:30 and 11 on Sundays for the main services. But then our student ministry, We're trying to post content, a little content anyway, every day. So Mondays, usually we have some kind of a Q&A thing. Tuesdays, we have one of our leaders film a little devotional, might be 5 to 7 minutes, and we share that with our students. Wednesday nights, we have a youth night live, which is at 6 o'clock, and we usually just try to do some fun stuff and make it more upbeat and just kind of give students something to laugh at during this crazy, weird, sad, depressing, melancholy moment that we're in.
Laughter is good.
And then Thursdays, we do a scripture memory challenge where each week we try to challenge students and adults and anybody else that wants to tune in to memorize scripture, that we can memorize that together, because we really believe that obviously community is important, but also staying in the Word and being connected as much as possible, even if you can't be physically in the same room, connecting with each other is really, really important. So that's what we're just trying to be creative with it. We're meeting today, actually. Our staff is meeting today at 2 o'clock, trying to figure out more things that we can do and how to be more creative and how to be more intentional with what gifts we do have. So it's interesting. We're all trying to adapt, but it's really, really weird.
Yeah, the phrase we keep using around here is you got to pivot. You know, you got to change things. So
yeah, it's weird.
So
it's strange.
It is strange. So I know that there is a lot of uncertainty, and there's a lot of people who are complaining about some of the changes we have to make. But what do you see as maybe the benefits that we might see coming out of this pandemic?
Yeah, I think there are two things. Number one, and I told this to our students and their parents quite a bit, and really anybody that'll listen, which is not very many people to me. But I really think that one of the benefits that we're going to see in this, and I think that we're already seeing, is that we no longer have the excuse of not having enough time to spend in the Word. It's really easy to make excuses when your week is full of countless meetings and you've got extracurricular activities and you've got homework and you've got this or that. And now, for the most part, most people are at least at home more than they would be. You know, some people still have to go to work, our healthcare workers and the essential workers and all that kind of stuff, but we still are at home more than normal. And so I think that we're finding, number one, a benefit of spending time in the Word. And number two, I think that we're really starting to see, and this is in regards to student ministry, we're starting to see that parents no longer have an excuse to not disciple or develop spiritual growth in their own kids. You know, kind of my banner that I've been waving for a long time is that if students are going to grow in their spiritual formation, it is the parents' primary role to fill that. And the church is always going to be there to help and offer resources and secondary information and all that stuff. But if parents don't take the time and initiative, then it doesn't usually happen very well. And so now, and depending on who you ask, parents are getting driven crazy by their kids, and the parents are driving their kids crazy at home. But this is what a cool moment in time to be able to look back on at some point down the road and go, man, that was really hard, and man, we wish we don't want that to happen again. But at the same time, we used that for something that was good, and we used it for spiritual formation, and we grew in our faith. And so I do think that we're going to look back on this, and while we don't want to repeat it, I do think there will be some favorable outcomes, and the two that I just mentioned, I think, are the biggest ones for that.
Absolutely. I've even noticed that myself. You know, I've taken this time to kind of go back through some old books about prayer, and I'm getting up early in the morning and spending some time in the Word and kind of really trying to develop my prayer life in the midst of all this. So it's I think it's a really great thing. We did just have a comment from Barry Friedman, is a guy that we've worked with. He's a business coach, and we've worked with him in the past. Amazing guy. Used to be one half of a juggling team, actually.
Comedy Jugglers.
Comedy Jugglers. But he said that your doppelganger is his live streaming prose teacher, David Foster. So he posted a picture of this guy. And
you
guys are pretty similar.
Well, Barry, that's going to be
weird. If he's my doppelganger, that means that either he has to kill me or I have to kill him. So good luck.
There can be only one.
Never the two shall meet.
It's just like That's right. There can be only one. No one needs two of this. No, the world's not ready.
Just make sure David stays out of Texas.
We're not deserving of two of that. No. So you mentioned your time with your partnership with Chris Hurt, and being in a traveling performing partnership. We know how this has affected us and kind of what we're doing. How has it affected you guys? Are you being impacted? Are you adjusting things? What's the status of Hurt and Manly?
I mean, yeah, it's impacting everybody, I think, and anybody that's in a field kind of like we are, or you guys are in, where a lot of the things that we do are traveling and getting to go and have engagements at different churches or different events, that kind of stuff. Yeah, obviously that's taken a hit and it's slowed down. And not just that, just my own personal stuff, that my speaking engagements and everything and apologetic stuff. I've had 6 events cancel on me already, and it is what it is, and I totally get it, and no bitterness there. But yeah, it certainly affects that. We haven't had any of our summer gigs call and cancel yet. We're kind of crossing our fingers and hoping that doesn't happen. But we don't know. We just don't know. And so, like y'all, and like anybody that's in the traveling kind of world, we're just kind of trying to play this day by day and figure out, is this going to be long term? Is this more short term? What do we do with it? And so, we're just trying to trust the Lord. Yeah. We know that He's never failed us yet. He's not stopped taking care of us yet. And so we're just going to put our hope and faith in that, and not freak out too much about all the missed opportunities and canceled gigs. And obviously the hope is that after all this blows over, we can get some of those gigs back and maybe try at a different time or whatever. But you just don't know. You just don't know.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. I've been pretty excited by, we've had all of our April has rescheduled, but at least they're still excited about the potential of the future. So, and I'm sure the same thing with a lot of your clients.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So now it is time for our lightning round that we call
lightning round.
5 questions.
Okay, sounds good.
And you didn't see it because you're on the Zoom call, but there's a cool little graphic and sound. I was so proud of that.
You can watch it later.
You can watch it later.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay, so we'll do this quickly. 1, what is your favorite Bible verse?
Favorite Bible verse is John 16:33. Jesus said, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world."
Nice.
So very good one.
We're really trying to hold on to that one.
Yeah, especially right now. 2,
what are you binge watching right now?
Okay, so I probably shouldn't even say this out loud, but I cannot stop watching Tiger King. I can't stop. It's a train wreck. I don't want to watch it, but I can't stop. It's a train wreck. And I've got one more episode until I'm finished with it. I just started it yesterday, so I have wasted a lot of time.
We haven't jumped that train yet.
No. It'll happen soon.
If you do, just realize that you're not going to stop. You're going to want to stop, but you're not going to be able to.
Good to know. 3.
3. If you could have any other job than the one you have now, what would it be?
Man, this was a hard one. The only other job that I ever even dreamed of having, and what I initially went to school for, actually, before I became a pastor, was a game warden, Texas game warden. That was my other job that I always wanted, and the Lord changed that path. But that would be the only other job that I could think of that would be even remotely fulfilling.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
4.
What is your favorite to-go order? You go to the restaurant. What are you taking home?
Since we can't eat in the restaurant right now.
For me, I'm sticking with the classics. I'm going number 1 at Chick-fil-A. Going with the classics.
All right. Nice. I like it. That's a good one.
I'm a Chick-fil-A guy, always and forever. I will never abandon them for Popeyes. Never. You have my guarantee, Chick-fil-A.
It's the Lord's chicken.
Through and through.
It is the Lord's chicken.
5.
What are you reading right now?
Okay, well, too many books would be the right answer. But no, I'm currently reading. I'm rereading The Cost of Discipleship. Dietrich Bonhoeffer right now. That's one of the ones that I'm rereading because it's been forever since I read it. And then I'm also reading a book by R.C. Sproul called The Holiness of God. Ooh. And it's amazing. It's probably the most challenging book that I've read. And then I'm also reading a book of essays by G.K. Chesterton. So those are the 3 things that I'm kind of working through right now. And 2 of those books I've already read before, but I'm rereading them because I've forgotten everything. The Sproul book and Bonhoeffer book, I'm both rereading, but loving them all the way through again.
So it's a lot of light reading for you, I see.
Yeah.
A little bit of light reading, yeah. I'm not a big fan of of fiction so much, but I love nonfiction, and I particularly love theology and philosophy. And so I'm also reading another book too by well, it's actually, I don't know, it's like a bunch of different authors, but it's basically the history of philosophy, and there's 9 volumes.
Oh my goodness!
I'm on volume 2 right now.
Wow! So, in between Tiger King.
Yeah, in between Tiger King. Yeah. You got to listen. You got to equal out, right? You got to.
It's balanced.
Okay, philosophy here, Tiger King, that's mindless. So you kind of equal out.
Cool.
Awesome. And I'm going to throw another question at you. I didn't give this one to you earlier, but we did have a little chat beforehand. And this is coffee chat, and I just thought this would be a perfect question. What's your coffee order? What do you get? What's your thing?
So if I'm at home, I will either make coffee with my French press or pour over, something like that. Something, I'm not going Folgers. I'm kind of a coffee snob. Call me Coffee King. No, please don't do that. And I really like gourmet beans from different places. Current place is actually that I get beans, and you can get these too, by the way, is a friend of mine owns or runs an organization in Texarkana, Texas called Mission Texarkana, and he literally helps get homeless people off the street and give them medication and food and all that kind of stuff. And they have they recently got their own coffee roaster, and so they sell beans. Mission Texarkana sells their own freshly roasted coffee beans, and so I usually order in bulk for those things. They're really phenomenal. They have different regions: Ethiopia, Honduras, Colombia, all these kind of places you can get it from. So that's where I get my coffee beans. Now, when I go to a coffee shop, I'm going with the Americano. I'm a classic guy. I love an Americano. I just want to taste the espresso and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty classic. I don't put anything in my coffee. I like it black. I want to taste it, the stuff in it. So that's just me.
Good man. I knew I liked you. It wasn't just the beer.
That's right. Yes. Of course.
Awesome.
This beard all came from drinking strong coffee. That's where it all came from.
I'm not going to get to drink coffee anymor.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work on me anyway. Yeah, I can't. This is my growth.
It doesn't take everybody.
Well, cool. Well, hey, I know you're going to send me some information for ways people contact you.
Yeah.
Can you also drop me a link for the coffee place, and we can drop.
Yeah, I can do that for sure.
That'd be great.
Beautiful. All right. Well, Dylan, thank you so much for your time. This has been a blast. You kicked off our guest week amazingly. And
been fun.
Cool.
I feel like the week's only going to go up from here with all your other guests. So thanks for letting me set the bar low. I appreciate that. So Pruitt, tomorrow when you come on, you got some low-hanging fruit here. So you don't have to do much.
Well, there you go. Well, as he said, we got Shane Pruitt coming up tomorrow. So be sure to join in for that. Dylan, thank you again.
Woo!
Such a pleasure seeing you.
Give him some love, people.
Give him some love. Give him some hearts and thumbs ups and all that stuff. In fact, I'm going to give him a couple because he deserved it. That was awesome. And
wow, I feel so blessed.
Yeah, right. And I'm going to kill the Zoom stream, but we'll talk soon. Okay.
That's good, bro.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Bye. All right. Well, that was a blast. So so tomorrow we've got. We have Shane Pruitt going to be joining us in just the same way as Dylan was. We're going to ask him some questions and have some fun times with him.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Day.
That was a blast.
I know.
I enjoyed that so much. He's such a good guy.
He's awesome.
He really is.
Rock star.
We had the chance to work with him at a camp a couple years ago. And it was just last year.
Was it just last year?
It was last year and March ago.
Oh, last year in March.
Okay,
2 years ago.
It felt like 4 years ago. But really great guy, and they were just super fun to hang out with. And so anyways. We have Shane Pruitt coming up tomorrow, who we've also worked with, and you're going to love him. He's an author, and we're going to talk about his book and all that good stuff.
Oh, Barry. Oh, man, I heard everyone talking about Tiger King, but I heard Lion King.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can show your children Tiger King instead of Lion King. No, don't do that. Remember, they get hurt. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Very different. I don't know much about it.
Yeah. Well,
but
might be time to jump in.
Woo-hoo. Wow.
Awesome.
We're going deep.
That's right. Well, this was a fun day. Hey, don't forget if you want to support us and what we're doing, you can go to paypal.me/nightillusions and donate there for more fun like this, more of us to find other people to interview and have a good time with.
Yep.
And this is actually a shorter episode.
Wow.
Because I think we're well. It helps that your voice is going.
What you saying?
Oh, I know. I'm
saying I talk too much.
No. What I'm saying is that it's hard to have a good conversation with you because of your voice, and I don't want to stress your voice out. So we're going to keep things short because I love you so very much.
Yep. That sounds good.
That's the right thing to say, right?
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
For the sake of our marriage.
For the sake of our marriage. It was funny as Dylan was talking. I kind of thought about the way he talked about he and Chris have been working since 2007. I'm like, it sounds like they're married like us. It's
well, the way they interact sometimes it seems.
It is a little bit like they're an old married couple. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, they're Dylan, great. Thank you so much for coming on. It was absolute blast to have you, my friend. All right, gang. Well, I'm done with my coffee. Yep. And that is Monday. We will be back tomorrow with more Coffee Chat goodness and Shane Pruitt.
Yay.
So be sure to join us. And thanks. And get some questions in next time. April, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Michael, so glad you enjoyed Dylan. Isn't he a great guy? Yeah, yes. Super, super awesome. We're very blessed to know some amazing people. And most of them are willing to come on this.
Yeah, we'll see if anyone else is willing. I don't know if they will.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much, and we will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Bye, guys.
Bye.